Welcome back, guys. I have a very special guest, and I cannot wait. So, without further ado, on to today's video. What's up, guys? Welcome in. It's hypel.ink here with Cameron Losch. We are on tour for what was the name of this tour?
So there's no name for the tour, but it's Born of Osiris, Upon a Burning Body, and Traders.
Last month, Luminous Empire, which every song on there sounds extremely technical. Which one would you say took you the longest to write?
Oh, that's a great question. So for those of you who don't know, my second solo album came out last month. It's called Luminous Empire. The alias I go by is Unsolicited. So there's like 14 tracks on there, and some of them are pretty involved. Actually, I think the most difficult song was probably the single Dissimulo. And the interesting part about that song is, so I did a drum playthrough for it, and you can see me playing other instruments as well after the drum section of it. You see me playing bass, singing, guitar, piano, but the drum segment of it, what you're seeing is the actual album recording of me playing the drums. And I was actually playing to no music. There's no song written. It was just me playing the drum parts just off the top of my head, improvising, no song in mind. I filmed that. And then what I did was then I go back, look at the video. Okay, it looks good. Then I record the music over the drum audio. So the song was written drums first, and then the rest of the song was written. So nobody actually knows that. I think this is the first time I've disclosed that, but I thought some songwriters might find that as an interesting approach. Maybe you could try it yourself. I've always liked the drums first approach. I did that when I wrote The New Rain for many, Born of Osiris, The New Rain for many songs. I record the drums first. So if you're struggling with songwriting, I suggest trying it. It works pretty well.
Wow, that's something I didn't know. Because I was actually going to ask what would be the writing process, but I mean, you kind of just got in there with that.
And I mean, yeah, it's different every time. You know, it doesn't have to be drums first, and a lot of times I like to start with just chords, you know, on a keyboard or on a piano, and kind of catch a vibe that way. And I think there's really not just one way to do it. I think that's the beauty of like writing new, fresh things, is maybe in one approach one day and something else the next day. You start with a bass line the next day. You know, there's really no rules. And I think that's just what's so much fun about songwriting.
Since we're talking about songwriting, what is the difference between writing for your solo project and then writing for Born of Osiris?
That's another excellent question. So it is a big difference, and it pains me to say that writing things like for my solo stuff and Unsolicited is a lot more fun, only because there's no limits. Because we're human. Born of Osiris, we play the things we write, most of it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we try our best to be able to play all the things that we write, and as we've gotten older, we've gotten better about that. So I think just having no limits, being limitless, and a little fearless with the songwriting, where like for Unsolicited, I don't really have any plans of performing that live. But I will be honest, I left the door open a little bit on this second album, where I was like, I'm gonna make it so if I really wanted, I could play some of this. So I left it open just in case.
That would be,
never know.
That would be really cool to see live.
Yeah, but I think the first album I went a little too balls to the wall and some of that. I mean, don't tell anybody. I can't play a lot of those drum parts.
Oh man. So okay, we'll shift more towards the Born of Osiris side then, and because we're kind of transitioning into that. Torchbearer just released. Was it Wednesday?
Yeah.
How long have you guys had that ready to go? And is this just like a foreshadowing of what's to come?
Yeah. So we've had that song ready to go for, I wouldn't say ready, but it's been in a demo for maybe a year and a half or so. It's pretty fresh still, and it kind of came together as the whole band came together for the vocal process, and yeah, we were all pretty involved with the vocals for that. So Picking a single was tough, and like I won't even say like the band did not necessarily even pick that single. I don't want to get too deep into the politics of it, but it's tough to just find one song that I think represents the album, because I don't really think any single song can represent this album, because there's just so many different flavors in it. So yeah, I think it was a nice happy medium. I think some people were expecting something more technical or with more layers and things like that. But we've just played the song now 2 times, 2 nights in a row, and the crowd loved it. People at the show are asking, hey, are you playing the new song tonight? So like, you know, there's a few people on the internet who are like, oh, like dissecting the song, like this is not interesting. I was expecting this, no guitar solo and all this stuff. And you know, of course, naturally I'll get caught up in that, be like a little bummed out, be like, damn, did we pick the wrong one? But then I go to shows and I see people jumping up and down. They're like in ecstasy to hear your new song. I'm like, we're good.
Give me some content. Oh,
yeah,
yes, more,
yeah.
new.
Just get off the internet and just look at people in real life. I think that's also probably the best advice I can give you right now is don't get too caught up in the internet comments. Like the people who mean anything are coming to your shows. They're buying your merch, and you'll see them in person. They'll say what's up, and they're all gonna be super nice. So screw the internet haters. You know, they're not coming to your shows. They're not buying your music. Don't listen to them.
So we're speaking about crowds. Obviously, many days on the road, seeing thousands and thousands and thousands of people. What is the performance that stuck with you the most, that you were just like, that was wild, or maybe even like a completely absurd moment that you're like, I can never forget that?
So being in the band for so long, it's been over 15 years, there are so many of those moments that it's, you know, it's every year I have a new one. But this year, definitely India. We went to India for the first time. We played in Bangalore. So Mayhem headline. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, but they're legendary.
Yeah.
So they headlined, and we played right before them, which is just amazing. And yeah, it was my first time to India. It was just like so cool, soaking in the culture. And I felt like I wasn't there for long enough, but just the fans and like people who said what's up to me and were so grateful, and I felt a connection like I haven't anywhere in a long time. Like, it was kind of meant to be. It was weird. It was like, I belong here. Like, I don't know. It was, they were so grateful. Like, before we played, maybe 10 minutes before I walked to stage, there were like 5 kids literally like popped out of the bushes and were screaming my name, jumping up and down, like I was like Miley Cyrus or something. I mean, I don't know, it was insane. I was like, oh my God, we are out here.
Okay, so I have a good one for you, right? Just off the wall. If you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Don't do drugs. Don't drink alcohol.
And then for my last question, which it's a very important one. Why are you not sponsored by Doritos yet?
I'm not sponsored by Doritos because I've just been messing around, and I honestly, full disclosure, I kind of quit eating Doritos.
No.
I know, you heard it first from me.
This isn't like an Olive Garden prank, right? This is real?
No, this is real. I did relapse a month ago. So yeah, it's been tough, but I've been going to meetings and stuff. So yeah, I really don't associate with Doritos anymore. So it had a good run, but I figured I'm not gonna go down that path.
All right. Anything you want to say to the peeps at all, or?
I just want to say thank you so much for watching this interview. I hope it was interesting. And Zesty Viking, Daniel, thank you so much. I mean, really cool opportunity. I hope the show is amazing tonight. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, I'm gonna love it, no matter what.
And yeah, no, seriously, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for watching.
If you like the content that you are seeing, do me a favor and smash your face against that subscribe button, like the video, and follow us up for more content such as metal interviews and news.